Okay, so this issue, right? Showalter. Admiral Showalter. What's he doing in that fighter? This isn't some training exercise. This is the big leagues.
I know, right? It's like one minute he's all calm and collected, next minute he's throwing himself into the thick of it, totally out of character.
Exactly. Up until now, he's been all about protocol, the steady hand guarding the mission, and his relationship with Cal. Like, you don't risk all that unless something is seriously wrong.
No, you don't. Showalter, he's always struck me as a guy with a long game in mind. Calculating, measured. This feels impulsive, desperate even.
And think about the crew. Those are seasoned veterans, and they're just standing there, jaws on the deck. They've never seen him like this.
It's like seeing a side of him we've never seen before. And that's what makes it so compelling, right? What pushed him to this? What does he know that everyone else is missing?
All right, well, while we try to figure that out, let's talk about Cal for a sec. Because talk about pressure. Captured by the Van Duel, interrogation scene, classic stuff. And then, bam, curveball, a human voice, in the middle of a Van Duel prison camp. This is where things get really interesting.
No kidding. Although, can we talk about Cal for a second?
Yeah.
The guy is ice cold under pressure. You almost forget what he went through back on Davy in the Second.
Oh, totally. That experience, it's like it forged something in him.
Absolutely. He's not just enduring this, he's analyzing it. You can practically see the wheels turning.
Yeah, like when he asks about their motives instead of begging for his life. That's ballsy. Is he trying to gain their trust? Or is he buying time, trying to figure out his next move?
It's a calculated risk, that's for sure. And then you've got this mysterious woman, her reveal, the way she calls him a hostage.
Yeah.
It's like she wants to unsettle him.
It's a power play, no doubt, and it works. It's like she flipped the script on him.
Totally. Suddenly, Cal's not just a prisoner. He's a pawn in a much bigger game. And he doesn't even know the rules. You know, it's like we're seeing two different prisons in this issue.
Okay, I see where you're going with this.
You've got Cal, physically trapped by the Van Duel, but his mind's still in the game.
Right, he's not just surviving, he's strategizing. Always trying to be a step ahead. Like back on that station when he was learning Vendel, their language, their customs.
Exactly. He was picking up on those subtle cues, how they moved, their body language. He was already building a strategy for survival.
And it's that resilience that makes him such a compelling character, right? But then you've got Showalter, who's trapped by his duty, by the weight of command.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's got the fate of the Gemini on his shoulders, his career, his relationship with Cal, and yet he risks it all on a hunch. It's a gamble, no doubt. Reminds me of that old saying, the greatest risk is not taking one. Though, maybe not the best example for a starship captain.
Still, you gotta admire that conviction. And that's what makes this issue so compelling. It's that clash between logic and instinct, duty and intuition.
It's like that old saying, the only constant is change. And in this issue, we're seeing both of them forced to adapt to make impossible choices. And then there's Cassandra.
Right. Who is she? What does she want? Is she there to help Cal, or is this some elaborate manipulation?
And that's the million credit question. Because we've only got her word to go on, and even then, it's shrouded in mystery.
It's like we're seeing this clash of strategies, you know?
Yeah, I get what you mean.
On one side, you have the Van Duel. Very direct, very aggressive, no subtlety there.
Right. Smash first, ask questions later.
I
That's
think-
their style.
Exactly. But then you've got Cassandra working in the shadows, playing a deeper game. And the question is she working against the Van Duel? Or is she just using them for her own ends?
That's the million credit question.
Mm-hmm.
And what's her play with Cal? Is he a means to an end? Or is there something more to it?
And that moment when she takes off her helmet, right. It's like she wants Cal to see her as human, to make a connection.
Oh, totally. Like she's saying, we're not so different, you and I. But you can't help but wonder what's behind those eyes.
For sure. She's got an agenda, that's clear.
Yeah.
But what is it? Is she trying to help Cal, warn him, or manipulate him?
And that's what makes this issue so gripping, right? The writers have done a fantastic job of keeping us guessing who to trust, what to believe.
Exactly. So where does this leave us? Cal's stuck with Cassandra, Showalter's chasing ghosts in a debris field, and we're left with more questions than answers.
That's Cassandra's tears for you. It's a wild ride, but we wouldn't have it any other way.
Well said. That's it for our deep dive into Cassandra's Tears issue #5. We covered a lot of ground. Political intrigue, alien encounters, mysterious players pulling strings from the shadows. But the big question remains, what happens next? What do you think, listeners? Let us know your theories, your predictions, your hopes, and your dreams on social media. And until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and most importantly,